Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel and Mend It Monday. Yep, it's that time again. And today's video has a theme. It's gonna be, what the heck has this stuff been sitting in your death pile for 3 years for? Because they are simple, quick fixes that I could have done a long time ago, but your girl didn't. If I look a little disheveled, it's been a crazy day. So I have an exterior building where I store all my inventory. It's also storage for a lot of other things. We have a full bath out there because we do have a pool next door. And so that is the bathroom for the pool. So my family and friends do not track their wet feet on my wood floors. Anyway, I discovered some little friends. I was pulling out some post office boxes because I store all my shipping boxes out in the shed. I do try to recycle, but then I also have free boxes from the postal service stored out there. Well, I pulled a box out and I saw that it was like all eaten on one side of it. And I was like, what is that? Pull out a whole stack of them. They were all like that. So behind them on the wall of my exterior building was termites. Now, down south, we have the Formosan termites, which are the really bad ones. They'll eat anything and everything. But these were not those. These were actually termites. I don't know their exact name, but they're a little fickle. They're the picky eaters out of the termite crew, and they'll eat and eat and eat a little bit, and then they'll get sick of it and they'll go somewhere else. And I had noticed that we had some trails, if you want to call them that, in the beams in the roof. And some of them were 3 or 4 years old. They were not active termites, but you could see where maybe they had ate for a little bit and then quit. So anyway, these guys were active. They were moving around and everything, and I murdered them all. I sprayed them with bug spray and killed them. But they had done damage to one of the joints in the wall, the 2x4s that are the wall joist, and also a little bit of the interior wall. So luckily I caught them, and I think I caught them pretty early, but it's going to be expensive. So yeah, I've been dealing with Terminex all day because we do have a great contract with them. Not that y'all really care about this, but we do pay for the upgraded service, which is bait traps, where they install traps in the ground around your house. I do have a 1950s house. Big surprise, since I'm a mid-century freak over here. But I do have that for my house. Now I'm going to have it for my exterior building. They're going to come and spray to keep the termites away. And then I'm going to have trenches dug around the exterior building and bait traps stuck into the ground, which is great. And they kill all kinds of termites. And eventually that is going to be my office too. It is currently my warehouse and houses all my inventory, but eventually I'll be moving out there. So I've been dealing with that today. And on top of that, I had to go to a funeral, and it's just been a lot. So I thought this would be a good Mend It Monday for today. They're easy fixes. They're things that are real simple to fix and are going to help me get top dollar for these items. And you're going to be shocked when you see how simple these things were, but they were sitting in a death pile. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all before we start, it's my birthday week. Yes, I'm giving myself a whole week this year, and I am going with my girls, and we're all going to a new thrift store opening. So you better believe your girl's going to be filming the trip. It should be fun. Probably some crazy antics, maybe even crazier than normal since it's my birthday. And we'll have a haul. I also have a New Orleans haul coming out. I recorded a what sold for February. So lots of fun things still coming. And then next Monday, we'll have another Mend It Monday. And next week, I think I'm going to do some soaking and show you a really cool way how to restore an item when it's been shrunk. So stay tuned for that. All right, let's get into what we're doing for Mend It Monday. So first item, let me see if maybe you'll recognize this. There's no name there, but do you know what it is? And don't worry if you don't, I'm gonna show you. It is Versace. So I got this in a DIY designer box. It's sort of like a raincoat material. The really cool thing is the sleeves zip off so they can be a vest. It also has a hood that is zipped up here into the collar. It even has Versace hardware on it. But anyway, it's this cool jacket. And the only issue with it is someone must have been pulling on the pocket here and just part of it came out. So we're gonna restitch that. Other than that, this jacket's fine. So easy fix, like I told you. What the heck? That could have been fixed a long time ago. Next up is a vintage dress. I picked this up at the bins and actually it fits me. It is plus size. It's cute. It's midi length. It is semi-sheer. It has bubble sleeves. Actually, I might keep this if I fix it. I'm gonna have to try it on. But it does have a belt that ties and the belt's still included. It has this cute collar. I love collars. But the piece that came off is this. You can actually see the holes right here where it was stitched, and it just stitched right here on the front, and you could wear it down or you could tie it in a bow. So again, really, that was sitting that long. I bought this during the pandemic when I was sourcing on ThredUp when we couldn't go to the thrift store, and I saw the sweater. It reminded me of Saved by the Bell. If you grew up in the late 80s and early 90s, you probably had a sweater like this. But the problem with it are these buttons are loose. So somebody probably already reattached them. So I'm just gonna reattach them again. And I might actually do some fun colored thread instead of black, because whoever sewed these on, I don't know. It does have black on it, but I don't know. We'll see. I might do some fun color. I may do the black, but anyway, that's the only thing that needs to be fixed on this sweater. This is really sad. So these are a pair of jeans, and literally the only reason that they're in this death pile is the Free People tag is unstitched. So really, I mean, what is wrong with me? And before I show you the last two items and we get into fixing these things for Mend It Monday, I did want to tell you about a tip I got from a viewer and also question, because they go together. So perfect timing. So Dawn S asked me in the comments of my last Mend It Monday, how do you get Sharpie off of tags? So when you go to the thrift store, if your thrift store, you know, puts a line through it or writes a couple numbers on it, and they don't use one of those, you know, oil pens that you can just get it off really easily, but they use a Sharpie, I use rubbing alcohol, and you would be surprised at how much it takes off. Now, when I did last week's Mend It Monday, y'all saw me fix this cute little dress, and I stitched these two pieces together because the thrift store had written 10 on the exterior of this dress. In this case, I chose not to try to take the Sharpie off only because the alcohol can affect the fabric. So you want to test it on a piece before you try it. Usually when you're doing a garment tag, it's not going to be that big of a deal and it'll usually take it out. But in the case of this, I didn't want to risk it. This dress also has a coating on it. So the fabric has sort of like a waxing or a sheen put onto it. So that also would have deteriorated that. Another way to get off magic marker or Sharpie is acetone, but try alcohol first. Acetone is a lot harsher on items. I use acetone on my shoes, and one day after I get done with this death pile, I'll show you how I clean shoes and what I do to shoes. And in that video, you'll see me use acetone a lot. So that's another tip. But I also have a third way you can do it, and I have never tried this, so I cannot vouch for it, but another viewer commented about it in the last Mend It Monday video. So I'm gonna have to try to pick this up and see if I can add it to my arsenal. Vicky, a viewer, suggested using Amedex, and I have never used Amedex. I'm gonna pop it up here so you can see it, and I'm actually gonna buy some and try it. I looked on Amazon and they're priced right under $8, so I'm gonna buy some and try it, and I'll let you guys know in the next video if that worked out for me. All right, so the last two items that we're gonna be fixing for Mend It Monday this week is another ModCloth dress. This one is new with tags and a great plus size 24. I actually own this dress and I love this dress. It's super cute and plaid, and it has these adorable little wooden buttons. But look, this one is missing, which is a total bummer. However, you'll notice there is an extra button here. So we're gonna sew the button on. And that's all this dress needs. And last up, this pretty little silk dress by Amanda Uprichard. I guess I picked this up at a thrift store, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what? It's gonna need a little bit more work than I thought. That's great. So it has extensive deodorant staining here. You see that? Now, normally, if it was a regular dress that wasn't of silk, I would have washed it, but I can't wash it because it's silk. So usually I can hand wash it, but with hand washing, the deodorant doesn't always come out. So I'm going to show you a trick to get deodorant out, and then that way I can go and steam this dress and it'll be all set for resale. But I did spot something else. So the strap here is a little loose, so that'll need a little bit of stitching. And other than that, precious little dress. And that's it, so let's get to work. First up, we're gonna do the Versace jacket. I need to repair this little piece right here. So, you know the drill. We have our needle. We're gonna use our needle threader. Okay, pop that through. Got my black thread. And threaded a needle. Okay, let's get it started. Alright, there is my fix. Not too bad. Alright, next up we have the vintage dress. We're gonna tie the little, we're gonna sew the little tie right here. So, and I can already see where the stitching was, so I'll just have to do it right there. Here's my needle. And thread it. Pop it through the eye. And then thread it. All right, since the dots are already right here, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this and start it on where the holes are. Just right through where they already are. Okay, so it started right where the holes already were. And then we're gonna attach it. doesn't want this on, they can easily pop it back off. So we're gonna go ahead and tie it. Let me tie it up here real quick. Let's see if you can see me tie it. So I'm not gonna tie a knot, I'm just gonna tie a bow. So I'm gonna loop around and through. Do a pretty little bow, and look how cute that is. So cute. I would totally wear that. All right, this is that fun like early 90s sweater that looked like Saved by the Bell, and we're going to, all these buttons are loose or half sewn on, so we're gonna fix that. First thing I'm gonna do is cut them off. All right, someone mentioned a seam ripper. This is my smaller seam ripper. I don't know where my big one is, but if you don't know what a seam ripper is, that's what this little tool is. And I was using scissors last week, and people were pointing out that I could have used a seam ripper, which is totally true. These are super easy. You can use these. I distressed those Reformation jeans last week, but they'll be very easily like cut through. So see, it just pops right off. And then you can use it to pick out like this knot. And see, actually, see how that has a little yellow in the knit? I bet this had yellow thread right here instead of black. So I might do that. I do have some bright yellow thread. Let's try that right here with this button. I'll fix the camera a little bit. There we go. All right. Here is some bright yellow thread, goes well with the bright yellow over here, so we're gonna use this. If you've never seen a button sewed on, it's pretty easy. Place it where you'd like it. This one has 4 little dots, so I'm gonna go through, we're gonna do 2 of them. I'm gonna crisscross actually, I think that'll look cute. So there's button number 1, and I really like it with the yellow thread better than this black, and I like the crisscross better. I think it goes better with the style of the sweater. So let's do this button and this button, and I'll just try to pick out some fun colors that are already on the sweater to crisscross on the buttons. doing the free people tag here. So this one is done. Next up's the ModCloth dress. We're gonna sew this button on. Here is the extra button, cute little wooden button, and we need some thread to match this. So, all right, let's get her started. Right here where the belt is already attached to the dress. Going to be a lot easier to put on because I can actually hold it in place. That's it. That one was super quick. I actually think my sew on is a little better than the one that's already on there, but all right. And last up we have the Amanda Upricher dress. First of all, we're going to fix this, which I just need to tuck it back in between here and sew it. So the strap is fixed, and now we're going to move on to the deodorant. So easiest way to get deodorant off of an item. So all I'm doing is folding it over and rubbing with the same fabric. And it's already starting to lighten up. See the difference on that. So just rubbing two fabrics together sometimes will get it right out. This one's kind of sunk in here, so we may have to just do a soak too, which is fine because you see how dark this side is. So, but normally if it's just a little bit of deodorant residue, you can just rub the fabric together and it'll come right out. But this one's a little tougher, so I think we'll put this in the pile for the soak for next week. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed another Mend It Monday. I've gotten such a great response from all of you watching these videos, encouraging me. So I love that I am entertaining you, giving you something to watch while you work, motivating you, and don't forget that one of the coolest parts of our job is that we are so eco-friendly. We are putting clothing back into circulation that otherwise might have ended up in a landfill. Sometimes it just takes a tiny bit of elbow grease and your items can be good as new for the resale market. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget to do that on the way out. I would love to have you as a subscriber. Hit that bell for notifications of when new videos come out. Don't forget to like this video and leave me a comment. As I said, I'm interested in hearing your input and what you like to do too. And who knows, maybe you're going to give me the next inspiration for something that I can share for Mend It Monday. Bye y'all, and thanks for watching another Mend It Monday.